Welcome, podcast listeners. This is your host, is Mr. BudgetPedalChap. I am here on a Monday night. This is crazy. We never podcast on a Monday night. And we're here with Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Well, hey, it's Matt. Welcome back, buddy. So, last podcast was the second live podcast host in as many weeks that has said that they want to do a podcast with you, man.
Yeah, and both of them don't want to do it about guitars.
Yeah, absolutely. Does it make you feel warm inside? Does it make you get that fuzzy feeling?
It does. I'm in high demand, which is a shame because I'm like, I have less time to podcast these days.
That's it, yeah. Now that you've got less time than ever, most people want you. Yeah. We also got a shout out from the guys at the Tone Jerks, didn't we? We did. They gave us a shout out on the podcast and on their Instagram page as well, which pretty funking awesome. And we need to reciprocate because if you're listening to us, you're probably going to enjoy their podcast as well. Yeah, I mean they are like where you get like British cities that are twinned with other cities in France and in Belgium, and we are like the Fret Talk podcast is twinned with the Tone Jerk podcast over in the US because we are one and the same.
Yeah,
we are the Scunthorpe to your Calais. I don't know who that's more insulting to, but hey ho. Yeah, big shout out to Brian and Kyle. It's absolutely hilarious, and I seem to be in a perpetual state of catching up on past episodes. But it's great because whenever I run out of anything, Tone Jerks is my go-to. Because they're filthy bastards like us as well.
Yeah, they're not scared to make any sort of innuendo or anything along those lines.
That's it. They don't shy away from the blue terms, do they? Although I must say that the stance of Brian on the neck pickup issue, he's wrong. He's not quite right with that one.
I mean, you're allowed to disagree with like a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I am allowed to take the moral high ground here and be right.
Moral high ground, right? Are these the words we should be using in this situation?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've been playing a lot of neck pickup and it's all kinds of righteous. So, but then again, I'm not playing punk music, so I imagine that if I was playing with copious amounts of gain, the neck pickup would not be my first choice. It probably wouldn't even be my second choice out of a 2 pickup guitar. But hey, yeah. So Matt, how you been, man?
Yeah, I've been good. Busy just doing stuff. I suppose there's not really much. Where was I the last time I was on the cast? I'd got the Mel 9 but hadn't taken it to a band practice yet. Is that right?
Well, sounds about fair, yeah.
Yeah, so I've now taken it to a band practice with the new band, where I messed around with it in a few songs and like using the sax and the trumpet sounds like I said I would, and then they were like, "Oh, does it do anything else?" So of course I stuck it on the organ mode and did Stairway, and they were like, "Oh, we could do that," and I'm like, "No," and they're like, "We could do no, like you do that for that bit, and then we've got like the synth guy can fill in the other bits of the sounds that are over the top," and I'm like, "Shall we?" And they were like, "Well, let's do it at practice in a couple of weeks, and we'll go from there." So yeah, I've got another solo to relearn.
So that's what we're saying. We're saying August is going to be Stairway, isn't it?
Yeah. Probably. Because, yeah, I've got to relearn all of that, because I know the intro, and I vaguely know some of the chords from, like, the middle section, because it's basically in 3 sections, isn't it? It's, like, the intro with, like, 4 verses, then there's, like, 4 verses with a different melody over it, and then there's the solo and outro.
I thought that the middle section was broken up into the multiple different chord progressions, but
quite possible. I learned it when I was 16, 17. Probably last played it all the way through when I was 17, 18.
Nice, yeah, and that for our listeners is some while ago.
Yeah, we're talking going on 10 years if it's not 10 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna put my hands up here and say that I've not actually officially learnt the whole of Stairway. I learnt the intro, the bit that everyone knows, and learnt the dun 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 dun, because this is the most exciting bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, like had a couple of bashes at the solo and got the first kind of phrase down, and then did the whole, yeah, well, I think I'm better than Jimmy Page, so I should be able to write my own thing on the spot that's equal, if not better. Spoilers, it wasn't better. Jimmy Page definitely did it better than I did.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's true for most people who've done the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not the first person to have for the ego to have taken the wheel, or just generally the laziness to have taken the wheel. But yeah, I'll learn, because I think it, from what I remember, it's not incredibly complex.
No, the bit that I always used to struggle with is the bend, like bend triplet, the diddle 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 is not on the beat. The bend is off the beat.
Ah, okay.
So I kept bending on the beat and wondering why it sounded a bit shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I struggled with that, but I've been playing for 10 years more than I did have last time I done it, so hopefully this time I won't have trouble with like the bend being off the beat, and it's definitely a pick then bend, not a pick and bend at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah, you hear that.
Yeah, of course, you hear the wah. If only I could put that into words, that would be a fantastic podcast title. You hear the wah.
I mean, have you seen Dave Grohl sing the Stairway solo?
I have not, no.
So him and Taylor Hawkins were on some American TV show, and Dave Grohl's got an acoustic guitar and forgets half the words to Stairway because he's half cut. I think it's late 90s, it might be early 2000s, but he's half cut, and obviously Taylor's just there, like, filling in sounds for the first half of it. They just skip, like, 5 verses out and go straight into the thing, and then as they go for the solo, because he's got an acoustic guitar, he just sings the solo.
Nice. I mean, I did a performance once where I really wanted to do Take On Me by a-ha, but I was the only one who knew the chords, so I had to play the chords, and because I was the only one who knew the chords and there weren't any keyboard players, there was no one to do the and we happened to have a kazoo, so this was possibly the hardest I ever worked. So I had the kazoo for the intro, had to drop it to sing the song because I was forcing everyone to do it. So of course I had to sing it. Yeah. So that was. So
were you part of a band, or did you just do this solo?
No, that it would be a little bit mental doing it solo. It was like a little kind of group rehearsal shindig thing. And yeah, I was trying to convince these guys to do Take On Me for the longest time, and people would come up with excuses. Oh, I don't know the words. Oh, we don't know the chorus. So I solved all of those problems by doing them all myself, and it was fantastic. It probably wasn't fantastic. I'm glad there's no footage of that floating around, but I had fun at least. And that's what it's about, isn't it? Music's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. The fun is the kind of the most important bit. As long as you're having fun and you're not making other people not have fun.
Yeah. Your fun has to kind of equate in some way. It's got to be proportional, at least, to the fun of the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, because unless it's like inversely proportional, where your fun makes other people not fun. Yeah. Then, as long as it's not that, then you're fine. Yeah, as long as they're gaining some enjoyment from it. And I think the people around who weren't in the group probably did enjoy that experience because it was something to behold.
Yeah. I mean, I would have enjoyed seeing somebody play, sing, and kazoo the keyboard riff.
Yeah, well, that's isn't it? Yeah, it's. I mean, you got to do these things sometimes, haven't you? I've got to find a Variax setting where I can do kazoo. Maybe that's like Variax 2, like the next one. We've got kazoo mode.
Surely, like, they can do a firmware update and you replace one of those custom slots with a kazoo slot.
Absolutely. I don't need, like, 3 different types of resonator.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't need 3 different types of resonator. I don't need 3 different types of acoustic. And I don't need 2 different types of 12-string. So, I want 1 acoustic, 1 12-string, 1 sitar, 1 banjo.
Yeah, I mean, that's one pack.
And then kazoo can be your 5th thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we got like kazoo, car horn, DJ button as well. I mean,
DJ.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. So if you are listening out there, Line 6, that's your next challenge. Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be up for that.
Oh yeah, so would I. Yeah, I mean, because let's face it, who like, even if you are a fan of the Rickenbacker sound, you don't need 5 of them. Like at a push 2. Like,
nobody ever used the neck pickup in a Rickenbacker.
I wouldn't have thought.
Everybody that's ever used the Rickenbacker uses it for that jangly sound. You need 1 sound of Rickenbacker.
That's it, yeah.
And that's it. Maybe 2 if you have a 12-string mode of your Rickenbacker.
Yeah. But I think that's pushing it, because that's quite
obscure,
quite harsh sounding. That one is. I mean, I've completely got rid of the Rickenbacker, and I've made myself a Brian May mod on mine. So
yeah, I mean, I need to plug mine in and just have a play.
Yeah, have at it. I mean, I did the same with the semi-hollow mode, because the Les Paul mode really, really overpowers the semi-hollow mode, and I didn't like that the pickups in the one were much more powerful than the other, even though likelihood is they probably are, because you don't want like super hot pickups in a hollow body. But because I don't have to deal with the repercussions of super hot pickups in a hollow body, I made that a reality. So position 2 and 4 are neck and bridge of the 335 body, but with the Les Paul pickups. And it sounds pretty good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue. Like, I'm pretty sure the reason the Les Paul is so hot in the Variax is because there's no real, like, rock monster, EMG, horrible, overpowering pickup sound. So if you want that kind of sound, you use the Les Paul, and they pushed it a little. I'd have been more inclined to change the Les Paul pickups for the 335 setting.
Yeah, probably would have been. I mean, I also changed the Les Paul. I've got so on the Les Paul. I think in the middle, the position 2 and 4, it was like I think
P90.
Was it P90s? Because I've done it the opposite way. I think I've done it where it's deluxe, so it's mini humbuckers. And then on the special, I've done the P90s.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, the standard one is humbucker P90, both humbuckers P90 humbucker.
Yeah. So yeah, I've switched them around. I think I've done because on the other one it was the Firebird with the mini humbuckers, and I didn't want that. So I did the Les Paul with the mini humbuckers, so it's like a deluxe. And then I've got the special with the humbuckers, and then the special with the P90s, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
I've just noticed, like when we've been having this conversation, my WhatsApp messages have been coming up above you because we're doing this on my mobile phone, and I can see I'm talking to Matt's face, which is how we usually talk. But above Matt has been messages on WhatsApp from Yeomans, and that pretty much only means one thing. So
he's found a guitar.
Yeah, earlier on today he sent me a link to something that he found from Aria, because he's got this beautiful Aria Pro 2 like single cut Les Paul. It's almost kind of like a mix between like the Ibanez S series and a Les Paul. So it's like really contoured like the S series, but it's a Les Paul. It's got this really, really awesome kind of asymmetrical neck as well. So it's fatter towards the fatter strings and then thinner towards the thinner strings. And that was like his second or third guitar, and that's pretty much what I've known him for. So he's got like this affinity towards the Aria Pro stuff. And he sent me a link today where they've recently come out with essentially what is like their take on the Sur. So it's like an HSS quilt maple top, maple cap poplar body with a roasted maple neck, and they're coming in at about $350, something like that. It was just like, check this, have a look at this. This is cool. And I was like, yeah, I think it is.
It is. Why the fuck have you shown me that?
Yeah, I could get behind that. I mean, the problem is that they're not in shops, so I've got no way of trying them. If you could guarantee that it played quite like a Sur, I'd go, yeah, sure, that's well worth getting. But
yeah,
so
that's the thing. Can you guarantee that?
Yeah, and that's the thing that stopped me from taking a look at the Harley Benton Fusion as well, which is a similar kind of thing with the roast maple neck. Looks a little bit like a Guthrie Gove and Charvel.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the inspiration they took, or I don't know. Who's to say? I'm not a lawyer pointing fingers here. So,
I mean, the Guthrie Govan Charvel was just a copy of the Shure Guthrie Govan anyway. So,
well, I mean, it was an updated version, wasn't it? Because
yeah,
but yeah, it was much of a muchness there, wasn't it? And he's just sent me another thing as well. So I imagine that after this cast, I'm going to go through a list of quite beautiful guitars.
It's 11 guitars, and I've just bought 9 of them, and I can't afford any of them. Help.
That's it, yeah. Give me financial advice. It'll be, don't buy guitars.
Take out a loan.
That's it. Yeah.
Remortgage your house.
Worry about it later. Oh, dear. So you did a gig 2 days ago, was it? Something like that?
Yeah, Saturday night. So
yeah, it's 2 days ago. I was right. Yeah. And this gig, it was an interesting gig, wasn't it?
It was a very interesting gig. So it's the only public gig I've played with Switch outside of TT this year, just for like we're so booked up with weddings and functions and stuff that we just, because the other lot have all got kids, they've got like they need to spend time with their families and stuff like that. So
losers,
literally, yeah, so like. Yeah, this is our only public gig. And it was on a stage on a beach.
Yeah.
Which is normally great fun. I love playing on this stage. It's outside a pub. Like, the pub is the other side of the road so you've got basically pub, road,
beach.
Wall where people sit and drink, beach, and then stage facing it all.
Cool.
And every year that I've played it so far, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
This year, we had 25-mile-an-hour winds gusting to 40. And although they were coming from behind us, because 10 foot in front of us was a big wall...
It just smacked back at you.
It's just a vortex. So the wind was coming into the back of the stage, vortexing off the side, creating like...
a whirlpool of
almost
sand.
Like mini tornadoes that just flick sand up in the air. They had a big long banner along the front of the stage that was the same height as the stage. So the bottom of it was in sand, and because it was windy and it was blowing underneath the stage, that kept blowing up and flicking sand onto the stage as well. So that was great fun. And I posted a picture of my pedal board about 12 minutes after I'd put it down.
Yeah.
And showed, I think it was in the Fret Talk podcast group. My pedals were all covered in sand, and I was like, this is going to be fun. And we still had like 30 minutes to go before we started. To be fair, I'm so glad that I don't use the old Diago pedal board anymore, and I've got a slatted pedal train.
Yeah.
Because the bassist has got... You remember the Boss pedal board that holds 5 Boss pedals?
The BCB 60s.
Yeah, he's got one of them with 5 Boss-sized pedals in it. And it was literally a tray of sand.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah. And that...
Whereas at least it fell through my...
So it's got... If I remember rightly, it's got, like, the ability to run 2 different loops into that as well. So you've got, like, input A, input B, like, send A and send B. So I imagine that those empty jack sockets will have been completely filled with sand. Which
I mean, I had to rush straight from the gig to work because they had work issues, so I didn't stay. I literally, as soon as the gig was over, just packed up. I literally, the guitar was in the case before the last note of the last song was played.
Yeah, because
I needed to go. So I didn't stay around to find out the problems he was having. But yeah, it looked like it. I'm so glad I put all my pedals, like put the pedal board together properly, because if it had happened 4 weeks ago, 2 of the pedals that were on my pedal board didn't have any Velcro on the bottom, so I wouldn't have been able to just tip it upside down and tip all the sand off. Which is what I did at the end of the gig. I literally tipped as much sand off as I could get.
Yeah, left the beach.
Put it in the carry case for my pedal train, and that's a problem for tomorrow's Matt.
Yeah, exactly that, isn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, I like I said, I was saying to you before, the only knob that I touched during the gig is the Hall of Fame MIDI. The Hall of Fame MIDI
myself.
So we do Shout by Tears for Fears, and the solo is drenched in reverb because it was made in the 80s.
Yeah.
So I have to whack the reverb up for the solo. And as I turned the reverb up, it was just with all the sand. I assume I've scratched off some paint underneath the knob. I really don't care about that.
Yeah,
it's just the fact that it's crunchy when I move it. It was just annoying, and then I had to move it back to its normal position. Yeah, it's just I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, like just dusting this thing off, because it won't have done any damage. I can't see.
I mean, fingers crossed. Yeah, because sand is isn't fine enough to find its way inside the internals. Hopefully,
Yeah. I might take the bottom off the M5 because that's got a couple of open holes at the back because it's stereo and I'm using it mono.
Yeah.
So I might take the bottom off that just to see if there's any sand inside it, but everything was working at the end of the gig.
Yeah.
Was the main thing, so hopefully everything should be fine. It's just a case of it's all a bit dirty and horrible and needs a good clean.
Absolutely. I mean, fingers crossed that the pedal board gods smile upon you and that it's only just a little bit sandy and that it's not chronically and irreparably sandy.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is, by the end of the night, it was dark, so I had no idea.
Yeah, you can't.
What it looked like.
Yeah.
Like we had 8 par cans on stage, and they were all coloured. So fuck knows what it looked like because, like trying to find fucking cables on the floor was hard enough. Let alone bloody see what my pedal board was like.
Absolutely. Right. I for the past couple of weeks we've been mentioning Joe, haven't we? Saying he's gonna beat us. He's not this week. We're gonna chuck in a spicy bit of news betwixt our what we've been up to. So let's do a cheeky bit of news. That'll have you.
Cheeky bit of news.
Cheeky news. Cheeky news. Right. So Black Star they've released something, haven't they? It's not particularly exciting, but it's news and it counts. So there we go. So probably about like 15 years ago, I remember in guitar shops there were these weird little Vox amp plugs or something like that. I think they were called.
Yeah,
maybe not because I've just read that that's what the Black Star are calling them.
I thought they were called Amplugs.
Amplugs, yeah. Okay, so we'll go with that. Maybe it's not a patented term or a licensed term, which was basically like a tiny little rectangle with the Vox logo on it. It would have like clean or metal or blues or whatever, and you'd plug it in and you plug some headphones in, and you'd basically get this one Vox sound. And I don't know if they were any good, but I assume they weren't because no one seemed to care about them. And, I mean, they were shitty little battery amps. So, at that point, I mean, the Marshall MS2 was a thing. So, like...
That was definitely a shitty little battery amp.
Yeah, so, I mean, we kind of... We get to know what the technology of the time was about. I mean, you think about like what was the pinnacle of like modelling technology, and it was that kidney bean pod. So something that was smaller and powered by batteries, you're imagining is not going to be too fantastic. Anyway, so Black Star have decided that little thing from the past is worth regurgitating, and have released 2. They're called the Amplug 2 flies. So they've got a bass version and a guitar version. Of course, we're going to ignore the bass version because, like, who cares? Who cares about bass?
Do you own a bass? Because I don't own a bass.
I actually own 2.
You
couldn't tell you where they are, but
that's okay then.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So the guitar one has got 3 channels. I believe it's like clean, crunch, and lead, but again, you'd have to check that out yourself. So it's got an ISF feature, which I assume is like the tone control of it, like an overall tone, a bit like the HT one, where it doesn't have a tone control, but it has an ISF. So you go from like a British sound to an American sound.
Yeah, that's the ISF is on quite a lot of their stuff, isn't it? Like all their pedals and stuff and on all their amps have got ISF, and it's supposed to be one side is British, one side is American, and you can kind of blend to try and get...
Yeah. But with all of the stuff from the HT5 upwards, you get like a 3-band EQ and the ISF.
And
Whereas the HT1 didn't have any other controls apart from the ISF, and that was kind of your tone control.
yeah.
So I imagine that's the same with this, because it's tiny. It's probably what we're talking, maybe about 4 or 5 inches long.
Yeah, probably.
There's ways of measuring that, isn't there? But we'll. Can't think of any, but just put it next to a Coke can.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a standard unit of measurement, that isn't it? Oh dear.
One Coke can.
It's at this point.
As long as it's not as round as a Coke can, you're alright.
Yeah, I mean.
That's when the trouble starts.
There are a proportion of the audience, I'd assume a large proportion of the audience, who know what we're alluding to here. And any female listeners we have, I'm going to apologise here for dudes. Just, we are the worst. So yeah, Black Star anyway. 3-channel ISF. It's got 9 inbuilt effects. It's got 3 choruses, 3 delays, 3 verbs. I don't know if you can only choose one at a time or if you can have one of each. I don't know. It was unclear on that. They purport that you can have 17 hours worth of play on 2 AA batteries, which beats my Variax.
Seems a lot.
Yeah. Like my Variax, I charged that over the weekend. I've used the guitar maybe 3 times, and we're talking like that's got to be an hour each time. Maybe 2 hours on the one time. So that's at maximum 4-5 hours, and it's dead now. It's dead. Battery's dead.
Yeah, I find that. I find that it'll last on 4 dots for most of a gig.
Yeah.
And by the end, it's on 3 dots, and that's usually 2 hours 20.
Yeah, and I was getting the tone suck when I was using it today, where like the acoustic model was sounding great, and then it was sounding just farty and flabby, and like there was no difference in like how I was playing it and the positions of the knobs or any of that. It was just the battery was running out. So that's a real kick in the dick. I'm going to shoehorn this into an episode. But yeah, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? Black Star, they dispelled the myth that portable practice amps needed to sound shit. I mean, the MS2 did, and then they brought out the Fly, and it was like, oh, actually, they can sound good. Yeah. And then they did like the Beam, and then they did like even like the ID cores and the ID TVBs. All of those, they were like, actually, considering these are like practice amps, these sound legit.
Yeah.
So I imagine that if anyone will make the Amplug work, Black Star are the ones to do it.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
So I'm quietly excited about it.
Like, this might be my easy solution to coming home from work at 5:30 in the morning and not wanting to wake the neighbours or anybody else in the house.
Absolutely, because it requires with like 17 hours worth of battery, it doesn't require much forethought.
I mean, I've got Xbox controllers that take 2 AA batteries, so I always have AA batteries around. So
yeah, I mean, it's that, isn't it? And the fact that if it runs for 17 hours anyway, you're not constantly having to scramble for batteries. You literally just go, I fancy playing some guitar. Plug, headphones on, sorted.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's going to be the faffless solution for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not going to be something that I'd want to use if I was, like, trying to, learn songs properly. But if I just wanted a noodle for half an hour,
yeah.
I can see,
Well,
I quite often come home and go, I wish I could plug a guitar in, but 5:30 in the morning is kind of a time that you're not allowed to plug a valve amp in.
It's classed as unsociable hours, isn't it? But if a baby next door is wailing, they're fine to do that. Stupid double standards.
If the baby's wailing, I'm going to wail on my guitar.
That's it. Well, you're already up, so...
Yeah, why can't I do them for the fucking noise abatement stuff?
I don't think that's quite... I don't think it's quite how it works, but I like the fact that we've snuck in a bit of news, so we win this week. We win.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm actually going to have a look into the reviews when they hit the shelves, because I like the idea.
As much as we've kind of taken the piss out of this, I think it's something that may work, and if it does, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. Right, I'm gonna do what we've been up to is real quick, because we've got shed loads and it's like 40 minutes in pretty much. Last week I talked about the tea tray board, which I used for like an open mic night thing. I did a band rehearsal and I was too lazy to get my actual board out, so I just used the tea tray again. And the pedals on there are legit, just simple, legit. So as a recap of what they are, I've got a Joyo British sound, which is based on the Tech 21 Marshall in a box kind of thing. There was some form of Marshall emulator. I think it was the JMP flavoured one. Quite bright, a little bit kind of nasal honky, but not vast amounts of drive. So I figure it's like an older Marshall. Then I had the Tube Screamer Mini for the boost, which, I mean, we've talked about millions of times, and it is still reliable and just good.
Yeah.
The Joyo Vortex Flanger, which it's a flanger. You get the flanger sound, and you either like it or you don't, but you get it. Like if I was choosing a modulation pedal, like if I had a top, maybe like a top 5 of modulations, flange would struggle to get in there. It'd be struggle to get to the top 5.
Yeah. It's not in my top 5. I'm pretty sure flange is the bottom of the modulations for me.
Oh no, ring mod.
That's not even a thing. Just they don't exist to me. Yeah.
Well, ain't nothing getting anywhere near my ring, let alone modulating it. That's where I draw the line. But yeah, like the flanges, they're incredibly finicky, and you can get them to sound good, and I've managed to get it to sound not ridiculous and in your face. But yeah, it is what it is. And then I got the Moore Anna Echo, which is based on the DM2.
Yeah.
Which does what it does. Makes it sound. I've got it set relatively slapbacky, and it sounds fine. Sounds a little bit like, because the way I've got it set, like I say, very a subtle, almost slapback, and it almost sounds like spring reverb, which
I get that.
You can't complain at. But yeah, I wanted to talk about, because it's been so long since I've played the Joyo British sound. And I used to absolutely love it, and then for some reason I put it away in the gig bag and stopped playing it. It's banging. It's absolutely banging. So it's got 3-band EQ, which ridiculously useful, like superbly useful. I was playing it through my Variacs today, through the magnetic pickups, not through. You don't have to worry, listeners. I'm not going to go on about all of the modelling. It was just like the neck pickup of a Strat. It was how I'd had it set before. I'd pretty much rolled all of the treble off. But when I plugged it in today, it was not quite getting there. So just rolled the treble up a bit. Beautiful. Everything was singing the way it should. Sounded amazing. Didn't turn it off for most of my practice session today because it sounded that good.
Cool.
The one drawback of it, if I'm being finicky, is that the gain in it is a bit noisy at the top end. But it sounds great if you kind of maybe like a third of the gain on. It just sounds like a kind of a tube amp that you've set to clean, but then you've had to turn up past the point where it doesn't quite stay clean anymore. And it just sounds amazing. I think I might do a review on the old Budget Pedal Chap channel because it's good. It's really good.
Do it.
Yeah, I might do. If I can grab me some time this week, I'll see what I can do. I've got other things that I wanted to talk about, but I don't think I will because we're running out. Oh, I'll just do a quick mention. I went to see Kiss this week. Who they're a band, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sum up the experience. I've seen Kiss before, but I'm gonna sum up the experience in a short kind of snappy statement, which is shit music, good show.
Yeah.
So, like, Kiss aren't going to be winning any awards for the quality and the themes of their songs. It's basically, yeah, I dicked a woman, I showed her my penis, and it's sometimes it's not even that subtle. But like the actual show was brilliant. There were like the first song, there was probably about a minute's worth of fireworks in the opening piece. There was lasers. There was Gene Simmons spitting out blood. There was a flying frontman. Yeah, it was really good. There was a point at which Tommy Thayer was shooting fireworks at his guitar. Yeah, so like it's very much like a rock and roll circus. I think we mentioned this on the last cast, but yeah, it is the rock and roll circus. It was really, really good. And even if you don't know any of the songs, you'll find that by the end of the song, you'll be able to sing along with it anyway, because they're all that kind of anthemic rock.
It's just 9 choruses. There's no verses.
Yeah, pretty chorus, much. Yeah.
Chorus, break, chorus, breakdown, chorus, breakdown, chorus.
That's it.
I mean, I'm not a Kiss person. The only thing that comes into my head is "God Gave Rock and Roll to You," which
it's not even there.
Definitely. Did they do a cover of it?
They did a cover of it, yeah, but it's not their song.
Yeah. No, but it, like, when you say Kiss, that's what gets in my head, just because it's 3 times round of that and then change
the
key last change, bit to every. It's just,
I want to tell you, God gave rock and roll to you, and then let's do it again. Gave rock and roll. It's quality. It's a quality, but that it embodies Kiss quite a lot. Crazy nights as well. It's that.
Oh yeah.
Crazy, yeah. And then
crazy nights.
And yeah, I mean,
oh yeah.
In doing that, we sang at least like a third of the song there. There's a guitar solo. The Kiss songs follow a formula where there's like an opening verse, then there's a chorus, maybe another verse, chorus, breakdown riff, where it's like cool little riff that'll get in your head, like a pentatonic riff.
Yeah.
Back into a big chorus. There's maybe a solo in there somewhere. Big chorus, sing along, yeah, end. And there we go. That's Kiss for you. But it's there. It's literally designed to make you enjoy the show, and I can't argue with that. It was really good. It was really good fun. So
yeah, I can imagine a Kiss concert would be great fun.
Yeah, it's something that I would I'd suggest doing before I was got to say before you die, but before they die is probably more apt, isn't it?
Yeah. What's the name have his purple cracked mirror guitar?
Paul Stanley. I think it weren't the purple cracked one; it was the mirror cracked one.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, he did play the Iceman. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I was over seeing Steve, we went down to GAC and they had signed purple cracked mirror Paul Stanley Iceman or whatever it is on the wall for like £7,500, and I was like, who is buying that?
Well, Kiss fans. I mean, Kiss memorabilia it is collectible, isn't it?
Yeah.
The guitars used again, was it was pretty much exclusively the Iceman for Paul Stanley. Tommy Thayer used a Gibson, not an Epiphone. Tommy Thayer, which is the white one with the, I think it's like got a covered neck pickup and an uncovered bridge pickup, which makes me happy. But then he played the guitar that shot the fireworks was it was like a matte black Flying V with a single bridge pickup. So there you go.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Ace.
What you'd expect, isn't it? And Simmons played his standard black. I don't even know what it is. I think it might be a Washburn, kind of just standard bass looking bass. And then he played the axe bass as well. So there you go. That is what it is. There's your Kiss rig rundown. Did they use any pedals? Don't know. I was really far away. I cheaped out on the seats.
What amps were they using? Haven't got a fucking clue. Probably
loud ones,
an Axe-Fx or a Kemper.
Really, really fucking loud ones. So let's move on to our segment, which I put in the group this week because we've got 10 minutes. We can do this, Matt. We can do it. We've got this segment. We've got another segment and another bit of news as well. We can do it. 10 minutes. Right. So this week I was looking through the analytics of our podcast like an absolute nerd, and the demographic for our podcast is pretty much, it's like 44% British and like 46% American or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we had like certain percentages. There was 1% that was from the Isle of Man, and we tried to guess who that might be. But
sure.
Couldn't quite be sure. What we might need to do, we might need to get you on the job and look around the island, see if you can see anyone with the Fret Talk podcast on their device.
Yeah, I'll go around searching people's phones. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll get you like a little hat, Fret Talk Police or something. So we saw that we're pretty much divided half American, half British, and in honour of that, we're going to do a segment called "The Best of British and the Awesome Stuff of America." So basically, we're going to choose a guitar, an amp, and a pedal from Britain and from America that we herald as being quintessentially British or totally American, dude. So we're actually going to start off with Gra from our group, because he actually chipped in on this one before I even had a chance to think about it. So he gave us the option of SVL or 01 guitars from Britain, neither of which I've heard of, but he did say that they would most likely be a telly-shaped guitar, because he's jonesing for a telly.
He has been for about 2 years.
He has, yeah.
Just needs to pull the trigger.
That's it. But he's got a telly. He just wants another. The US one, he says it's got to be a telly. It has to be a telly,
Just before you do that, you just said he's already got one. How many tellies do you own?
I'm not the one saying I need another telly. Although,
however, that being said,
if one were to fall into my lap right now, I actually, this is something that I was going to share on the group, but I'll share it on here first. I went to Guitar Birmingham, as you do, and they've got an LTD Ronnie Wood signature. It's like 600 quid, and it looked banging. And it's basically, do you know the weird telly that I've got that's got two telly neck pickups? It's like it's like the legit version of that. Oh dear. So yeah, US, he went for the Fender Telecaster, but he also said an honourable mention to Collings guitars, because they make some pretty funky sweet stuff. They mention them on that pedal show quite a lot, and I've heard nothing but good things. The amp, which is, I'd have to kick myself over this because he stole mine. It's the Honey Boy Bandmaster, which I think, if I remember rightly,
was a 310.
Yeah, well, it's got two. I think it was like 2 10-inch and then like a one smaller speaker. It's like a really weird setup. It might be a 310 actually. I don't know. But I think I got a chance to play that one at Birmingham. It was the weird like white with gold bits, because it looked a bit like the Gretsch colour scheme, and it's a little bit tasty. And that happens to fall on the week that at band practice, Yeoman's bought his Honey Boy 18. And that's a spicy amplifier there. That is. It not only is it delicious tonally, it looks the absolute badgers nadgers. So yeah, Honey Boys, goddamn. The amp, he said, was the Friedman Jerry Cantrell 100 watt head, which he only got a chance to play through the clean channel and was still blown away. So pretty cool. Pedal Thorpe Peacekeeper, which I cannot argue with. Thorpe stuff is it's pretty immaculate. The only kind of internals which rival that, which are kind of even in the same league, are the Tate Effects stuff. So he's got that pedal making lock down to an art. But yeah, Thorpe Peacekeeper definitely, and then he gave us some options here. He's got the Strymon Flint, which I think is too obvious. He went for the Greer Lightspeed or the Nocturne Junior Barnyard, which I'm not entirely sure what the Nocturne is. But either way, those are some solid choices, aren't they?
They're very, very solid choices.
Are you doing a little bit of research here now, Matt?
I might be doing a little bit of research to try and find out where a couple of companies are based.
I'll do the follow-up then. Right, so guitar for Britain, I thought I'd go for... I'm going to go for one of two, and I think I'm going to go for Vox, which is really, really strange, because you'd think Vox as amps. But I've got that weird Vox kind of SG Junior thing. I think it's the SDC 55. And it's absolutely banging. If I can't have Vox, I was going to go with Burns, because they've got some mental things. Like the Bison, is it? Which is like a weird Strat with a curly headstock. Mental. for the US, I'm going to put my hands up and say the US have absolutely beaten our ass on guitars because, like, most of the iconic guitars, you're thinking US guitars, aren't you? I'm going to go either the Tele or the SG because why not? For the amp, this is a really an oddball. Of course, I'm going to go for Marshall because I assume that you're going to go for Vox. I was going to give you lay the floor down for you for the Vox amps. But I'm going to go for the Marshall, and I'm going to go the Marshall Class 5, which is a little bit of an oddball, but I've always wanted to try one, and I saw the Guitar Geek video where he was backstage with Billy Gibbons, and the amp tech was using the Class 5 to test the guitars, and I'm just like, if it's good enough for ZZ Top's tech, like, it's good enough for me. The amp, I'm going to go for the US one. I'm going to go, and this is on the stipulation that I don't have to carry it, because if I have to carry it, that's a completely different story. But PV did a 410 version of the Delta Blues, I think.
Yeah.
And I am pretty sure that would rock my world. So I'm going to go for the 410 Delta Blues as long as I don't have to carry it. Because no one was... I don't even want to carry 210, let alone 410. Right, so pedals for the UK was really, really difficult. Because we know quite a lot of awesome pedal guys. I mean, JSA, we know Hello Sailor, we've got Tater Effects, all of these awesome pedal manufacturers who are pretty much on our doorstep. But we've also got like the people like Xander and Bright Onion and stuff, like people like that who are just like, again, knocking it out the park and are a stone's throw away. But I had to make a choice, and because I've tried a fair bit of the JSA stuff. I've tried a fair bit of the Tate Effect stuff, but I have yet to try the Rangemaster by Hello Sailor. And it was mentioned on that pedal show this week. Chris Buck was saying how his Rangemaster like sits on his new board amongst some of the finest pedals out there. I'm gonna go, if it's good enough for that crazy Welshman, it's good enough for me. Hello Sailor Rangemaster with the Transformer mod. And failing that, I am gonna go the Antares because it's that clean blend is a game changer. And my US pedal is the Full Tone OCD GE, which I did a little video about on Pedal Boards of Doom, which is a germanium version of the OCD. So magical unicorn tier diodes, but also you get, I think in the early, like the V1 OCD, they had a germanium diode, but it was only like one germanium diode, whereas this has a pair of them. So you're potentially getting more drive, more saturation, more nus, which...
Yeah.
And it's sparkly teal. So, sparkly teal's good. What are we saying, Matt? What are we saying?
Yeah.
You got a...
Okay, so, yeah. UK guitar, I struggled for a while because it's the one thing you don't think about with UK manufacturers, really.
Yeah.
There's no Fender or Gibson kind of level of manufacturers. So I had to think about what have I coveted over the years. So I've gone with a Manson Matt Bellamy signature with a Chaos pad in it.
Oh, nice. Now you've mentioned
Just because.
UK manufacturers. You've literally like smacked me in the face with a super obvious one. Go on, I will mention it. I'll swoop in here. Tony Iommi's SG was made by a company in Birmingham called Jade Customs. And yeah, I wanted one of those for a while. I'm pretty down with Tony Iommi. Like, pretty much the first year of my guitar playing was either playing punk songs or playing Black Sabbath tunes. So yeah, Jade Customs.
Yeah. So my choice was between Manson and Gordon Smith, and I've just gone with Manson in the end.
Yeah, that's an absolute blinder there as well.
But yeah, like I say, I'll go for a Matt Bellamy signature because for the 10 years at this point, I've wanted a Matt Bellamy signature, and they're ridiculously priced, and I'm not buying a court one, so
yeah.
It's out of my range, but that would be my choice for a British guitar. American guitar, I've ummed and ahed, and I still haven't made a decision, but I guess I've got to, so I'm going to go for a Gibson Les Paul.
Good on ya. Yeah.
I think, issues aside with marketing, I'm going for a Gibson Les Paul.
Yeah, I think it's iconic enough that it deserves that. It deserves that respect, doesn't it?
Yeah, obviously Telecaster was my other.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much had a straight flush on the Telecasters by this point, though.
Yeah, but I'll go for a Gibson Les Paul just because I prefer humbuckers to single coils usually.
You do, yeah.
Amps, British. You're right, Vox. It's good. It's just Vox is the answer.
Yeah, well, it's your tone, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
I mean, amongst other people, it's not just yours. But.
Yeah, I grew up listening to Brian May, who uses Vox amps. I love the sound of a singing Vox amp. So yeah if you're gonna make me pick a British amp, I'll pick a Vox.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure I'll be happy with that. And I can get a Marshall as a backup if I have to, but I'll stick with Vox if I can.
But I mean, in terms of amp, we've got a lot of things covered there. I mean, we've got orange as well, haven't we? Got black.
That's it. I think amps is where the Britain kind of, in my opinion, has it over the US in terms of that mid-level. I think the top of the range stuff the US has got better than the UK.
Yeah.
But certainly for 500 to 1200, you're buying British every time, whether it's a Marshall, whether it's a Vox, an Orange.
So I've got a little chat going on here, which I don't mean to have, but it's a little group chat that has got Lee and Eric in. And apparently my OCD video has just broke 1,000 views. Woo!
Woo!
So let's.
Excellent news.
There we go. Yeah, I'd argue that even the boutique stuff from America that are rivaling the top end, a lot of it is based on British stuff, isn't it? It's based on this is this Marshall but rodded and so
yeah.
Without Britain, in terms of the amp game.
You've basically got Fender.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be a massive gap, wouldn't there? There would be a massive gap. So
yeah. I think certainly for driven amps, I think we blow America out of the water, because their driven amps copy ours or are horrible. I don't like Mesa Boogie for people not quite getting what I'm saying there.
Yeah, I mean they're an acquired taste. They've got
I don't
12
need
28
tubes, band EQ. Yeah, I don't need a 28 band EQ. Just give me a tone cut and a top boost channel with a bass and treble on it, and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. For America, I sat and literally had to do a checklist because I didn't know whether to pick a Friedman Dirty Shirley or whether to pick a Two Rock. And I'm picking a Two Rock.
I reckon you've made the right choice, mate. I mean, the Dirty Shirley is a fine amplifier, but the Two Rock, it's something magical, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, I spoke enough about it when I spoke about Steve.
Yeah.
And staying down with Steve. But yeah, I think if I was only able to have one amp and I had the money to invest in a Two Rock, I would invest in a Two Rock. It's the ultimate pedal platform. Yeah.
I think just the amount of time you talked about the Two Rock, it just suggests to me that if you didn't choose it, there'd be something wrong.
Yeah, so I'll go for a Two Rock. I think it's a Studio 35. So let's say that. Studio Pro 35. Right, and then pedals. You stole my pedal because I was going with a Hello Sailor Effects Rangemaster.
But you've got one.
Yeah, but what's better than one?
I suppose, yeah. A double Rangemaster.
When I first got the Rangemaster, the first thing I did was crank the Vox and then use the Rangemaster to push the Vox.
Oh dear, that's a sound, that isn't it?
It gives you Brian May's sound.
Yep.
And I spent a good couple of hours just playing Queen-inspired riffs because I've never really learned any Queen riffs.
Yeah, butchering Queen classics.
So
exactly how I'd be doing it, mate. I know the chord sequence, the Fat Bottom Girls, and I was doing One Vision. Yes, sir. Isn't that not like open tuned and slid?
It depends on whether you're listening to the original or whether it's live versions.
Okay. Yeah, I'd assume that. Yeah, that would be very difficult to recreate.
If it was something to add to my current collection, I would be going for a Raise the Dead from Take Your Effects.
Yep. Yeah. Fine choice. With the got the transformer modeling as well, so you can put it wherever you want.
Yeah, definitely. But if we're literally just going one guitar, one amp, one pedal, then I'm having a Rangemaster, a Vox, and a Manson for Britain.
Woo!
And yeah, that'll get me going anyway.
Yeah, and then your final US pedal.
Now this I had trouble with because as much as I love my Analog Man Mini Chorus Mini, if I've only got one pedal,
Mini Chorus Mini,
okay. If I've only got one pedal, it probably needs to be a drive pedal, not a chorus pedal.
Yeah. You're not in the Cure.
So I had to think, and I was coming up short. I was like, there's too much to choose from. There are too many companies.
Yeah, there's quite a few in America, isn't there?
And in the end, I've just basically kind of imploded and couldn't pick anything. I think I'm gonna go with the Echoplex preamp.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's fairly low gain, but it gives you quite a classic sound.
Yeah.
And I think you could you're not going to get any high gain sounds out of it, but you'll get into that kind of bluesy territory if you crank it up.
Yeah,
and if you take it down a bit, it just gives you that extraness.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be going high gain, to be fair. And with your British side, you've got the Brian May tone. And with the clean platform and the Echoplex, you're probably talking some other pretty classic tones there, aren't you? So
Yeah.
So you'll be all right. I reckon you'll be all right. Right. we're probably about 10 minutes over the cast. We're probably about 10 minutes over the cast. Do we do the news? Do we do the news? Nah, fuck it. We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wrap it for today. Because we beat Joe this week. We beat him.
Yeah.
He didn't get to work.
Yeah, we've won. We've manipulated the system in our favour.
That's it. Next week we'll start with it. Start with a note.
Just to really confuse them.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, just to really fuck with you. Can I just do one thing before we move into the outro?
Go on.
Can I put sand into the room 101?
Go on, we'll do this room 101. We'll finish on room 101 because I love it. Go on.
So I just want to put sand in room 101 after my experience of the weekend.
Okay. So just sand in general. Not usually something that mixes with music a lot. But I can see when it does mix with music, it doesn't lead to great things. I'm definitely going to put sand into, mind you, without sand, then we've got like coastline erosion. Nah, put it in. We'll put it in.
Sand on pedals or fretboards because I don't like bending on a piece of sandpaper. That was uncomfortable.
Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll give it like a restraining order, and it has to be within 50 feet of any guitar music. Okay, so there we go. I reckon that beats it. That can go into room 101. Like proximity sand. And I did have one that I was going to go for this week, a room 101. And that might come as a bit of a surprise, but the volume knob. But it's only the position of it. I enjoy the fact that the volume knob is a thing and I use it, I utilise it. Without it, I would be very much lost. However, on a Strat, the volume knob is just a little bit too close. It's quite useful because you can access it very quickly, but it's just a little bit too close that it makes it a little bit inconvenient. Every other motherfucking guitar miles away. So it's Telecaster. You can't be like strumming and swelling with that because unless you've got massive hands. Gary Moore used to do it because he had giant hands. But like us mere mortals, you can't swell on a telly. Les Paul, you ain't even standing a chance. And again, Gary Moore used to do that as well. Flick it on the neck pickup, get the neck pickup volume. Again, giant hands, crazy man. So yeah, can someone just put the volume in like maybe like an inch down from where the Strat one is, and then we're absolutely sound. That's the place you need it. So the position of volumes on guitars.
Can go into room
101.
The current position on all guitars goes into room 101.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we'll fix it one day. And listeners, if you've experienced a guitar where the volume position is actually just right, let me know. Please, just let me know. Because I don't think I found one yet. So, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, we'll wrap it up for this week. For myself, we've got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.com/BudgetPedalChap. As we also mentioned earlier in the cast, I am also doing stuff with the Pedalboards of Doom YouTube channel, and we do the weekly podcast with Pedalboards of Doom anyway. But there's been a bit more crossover, and you see me like presenting news, like actual news. I don't like piss about for half hour talking about what I've been doing for the week. I actually just talk about news. Matt, you are Hill_Matt Q at everything, pretty much. We've got Twitch, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Twitch.
Yeah, mention that one.
Yeah.
Bad Bookers podcast, occasional Matt Quine of that podcast as well. We're still going to try and get the Tone Jerks on. It might be a summer project. Keep your ears and eyes peeled for that. Give those guys a listen as well if you haven't already. And don't forget that on the Pedalboards of Doom Facebook page at the moment, there is that giveaway for the Anna Sounds Le Bon, Le Brut, Le Truan, or something like that. The Spring Reverb thing. I can't win it. I'm sad by this because I'd like a spring that I could kick.
I can't win it either.
Yeah, I imagine that it's probably against the rules that you can't. My brother asked if he could win it, and I don't see why he couldn't. He doesn't play guitar. He would have very little use for a spring reverb tank. But I assume that he probably could. But you listener, you can. Unless you're Lee, then you can't, Lee. But everyone else, you can. So yeah, hop over to Pedalboards of Doom. There's info about it there, and I think there might be a video out about how all the steps that you need to go through. Mainly, it's the newsletter of Anna Sound that you need to be signed up to. But then also follow the social media stuff. From myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap. From the Matt Quine of the Fret Talk podcast, Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Whee! It will be a tatty bye. And good night for this week.
Ta-da a bit.
Ta-ra a bit, Matt. Ta-ra. Doing the waving again. Doing the waving. That's it. That there. There's a podcast. We didn't talk about bloody Malmsteen, did we?
Should we stick the Malmsteen bit at the end?
We should.
God, I help you and give you Malmsteen.
We should stick the Malmsteen bit at the end. So, Malmsteen.
I just, as much as he is technically proficient, you talked about him last week, but he's just annoying.
Yeah, we had a massive circle jerk over Malmsteen last week, didn't we? It was...
You did... And it triggered me to put a post in the podcast group.
It did, yeah.
And Eric triggered me a little bit by saying that I'm only annoyed. I only don't like him because I'm jealous that I can't play like that.
Yeah,
which is definitely not the case.
I mean,
but
I'd like the ability to have that on tap if I needed to. But
when would you ever need to sweep pick a Phrygian over 4 octaves?
I mean, I don't know because I don't have that at my disposal right now. But I imagine that if I had that ability, I probably would do it more than I needed to. So
yeah, and that's to be fair, I've not seen much of his actual musical output. Yeah. What I've seen is all the YouTube videos of him going, "Here's me doing the Lydian scale over 3 octaves."
Yeah.
And then going, here's me playing blues.
Yeah. That instructional video where he says, "This one is called Blue." Is me playing kind of bluesy licks, and then he just shreds the shit out of it. He's like, mate, that.
And no, to be fair to him, at one point he does go do, but he does it about 300 mile an hour, so you can barely hear it.
Yeah, Yeah. And if that was the only experience that I ever had of Malmsteen, I would put my hands down and say I hate him too. That is not the best side of Malmsteen at all. Like all of that, like mindless, widdly shred shit. It has its place. Some people like it. Some people like the instrument. I mean, Andrew, who was back in your corner, said, "Yeah, like I can dig some Vice stuff and some Satch stuff." It's. I'd put it all in that kind of virtuosic instrumental nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it's the top end of it where it is just like it's virtuosity for the sake of look at how good I am. But that's not the Malmsteen that I enjoy. I don't think that's the Malmsteen that for the large part Lee or Eric enjoy as well. So Malmsteen's actual musical output, like the Rising 4 stuff, like Trilogy and Marching Out and Odyssey, these kind of like the 80s albums, a lot of it isn't instrumental. There's a lot of songs. They've got vocalists on there like Jeff Scott Soto and Jolyn Turner and three-letter abbreviation guy. And I'm sure there's another guy. He did something with Dio as well, actually. He did
say Ronnie James Dio.
Ronnie James Dio. Yeah, so like three-letter
abbreviation. Does he just get people with three?
Yeah. It says I only work with the guys with the three names because he's cooler. Like, yeah. I think my Malmsteen impression is pretty spot on.
It's pretty similar to that Dutch company that made those pedal boards.
So nexty. Oh dear, it's degenerated, isn't it? But yeah, so I'm going to link you to some Malmsteen that isn't just mindless, widdly shred shit. I mean, bear in mind, there are little breaks in it where Malmsteen gets...
It's some mindless, widdly shit.
Yeah, I mean...
Because it's Yngwie Malmsteen and it's all he can do.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine the producers, like, sitting there and he's got, like, a little, like, gate. And there's like, okay, we've got a good solid 2 minutes of song here. Go on, Malmsteen, go and have a run around.
8 bars.
Yeah, come back. Yeah, back in. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he can't play slower than 16ths.
Yeah. I think that is fair. That is fair. But there's some songs which are really tasteful. If like considering it's Malmsteen. So there's some songs which are like really catchy, and as long as you don't listen to the lyrics, please don't listen to the lyrics because majoritatively they're shit.
I mean, it's the 80s. There's a lot of shit lyrics about. There's some great lyrics about, but there's a lot of shit lyrics about.
Yeah. So, I mean, much like we mentioned about Kiss and how it's pretty much. You're gonna touch my junk, yeah, baby. I mean, it's not that bad, but there's dragons and there's...
It's like a subtle Steel Panther, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, whereas Steel Panther, they're in on the joke. They understand. Whereas back then, it was just that was accepted, and it was... Yeah, I'm being really clever in thinly veiling this euphemism. Yeah. I mean, for fuck's sake, Kiss have got a song called "Lick It Up." So, like, eating box. Whoa, right? Come on. Yeah, it's not subtle. And Love Gun as well. Love Gun's another one. You pull the trigger of my dick and balls. Dun, 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 dun. It's a catchy chorus, though, isn't it? Dick and balls. Yeah. But yeah, Malmsteen lyrics are. I mean, they're not quite as explicit as that, but they're. It's like dragons and steel and yeah, like really, really overblown, shitty metaphors that are written by a guy who's whose second language is English. So
yeah, you're not selling Yngwie Malmsteen to me.
yeah, I mean, but musically, it's quite interesting. It's a bit like Deep Purple on steroids. So,
and I never said that he wasn't a talented. Well, I said he wasn't a musician. I didn't say he wasn't talented. I just said he wasn't a musician because he didn't know what music was.
No, I would.
Which is me going over the top.
Yeah,
I know, but
typical Matt Rant fashion. I mean, I'd argue it. I wouldn't say that he's ever going to be winning awards for the most tasteful song composition, but there are more ridiculous. And like I say, it's not all that YouTube instructional video shred.
But I think the problem is that YouTube instructional video and what used to be DVD instructional video,
tapes as well,
encouraged a style of music that didn't need to exist.
Yeah, like the G3 tours where you just had like a couple of hours of guys just getting up and essentially fret masturbation.
Yeah. They literally had a guitar with a 12 to 20 inch radius, and they didn't have a pick, and they just like play it like a piano, and then do their sweep picking, and then they go back to playing it like a piano.
Yeah, and lots of like reaching over to the other guitarist's guitar and fretting their guitar, and lots of showboating.
Yeah, and like. Yeah, it's just Malmsteen is not for me. Like, and I've always said the music that speaks to me the most is music that portrays the emotion of the person who's writing said piece of music at the time. Like, whether it's a guitar solo, whether it's lyrics, whether it's melodies, like all of it. I like to have either it needs to be good fun and just make you smile, or it needs to tell me how you were feeling at the time.
Yeah.
And I can't get either of those feelings from Yngwie Malmsteen.
I mean, there's a couple of quite fun tracks that are just. It's just like, but I mean, like most 80s rock, it's not gonna grasp you emotionally. Yeah, it's not gonna grasp you emotionally fantastically. It's mostly just kind of one of those head bobbing, kind of. And that's the feeling that it kind of brings on. It's not a deep sadness or a deep joy. It's just I wanna rock, gonna party, like there's cocaine and hookers. And that's the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it pretty much was, wasn't it? So that's Malmsteen, pretty much. I think we can end our podcast, can't we? Yeah. An extra half hour on top.
An extra 5 minutes. Just have some extra Malmsteen stuff